Hey everyone, and welcome to America Current Affairs. We are jumping right into a huge story today. And look, this isn't just some dusty political drama in Washington. This is a massive power struggle that could hit you right where it counts, your wallet, and totally reshape the future of the entire US economy.
Yeah, you heard that right. That's the president talking about the most powerful banker in the entire country, Jerome Powell, the chairman of the Federal Reserve. And a quote like that, "I love to fire him." Wow. Those words alone could literally change everything.
And believe me, this isn't just some off-the-cuff remark. We're talking about an unprecedented direct threat. This is a battle that could fundamentally change the rulebook for how America's economy is run. It's a really big deal.
All right, so Section 1, Trump declares war on Fed. A lawsuit threat rocks the nation's central bank. So what is going on here exactly? Well, President Trump hasn't just threatened to sue Chairman Powell. Oh no. He's also put it out there that, yeah, firing him is very much on the table.
So you got to ask yourself, why? Why is all of this happening right now? And from what we can tell, it really seems to come down to two really big fights. One is about money, which makes sense. But the other one, believe it or not, it's about a building.
Okay, first up, the fight over money. Disagreements over interest rates and a shaky market. Let's start here with the money, because this is the part that hits home for every single one of us, right? You know, when the Fed messes with interest rates, that's what determines how much you're going to pay for your car loan, for your mortgage, for your credit card debt. And right now, the president and the Fed are heading for a full-on collision over what to do next.
So you have this clash of economic visions. On one side, you've got President Trump, who wants to cut interest rates and cut them aggressively. Make it super cheap to borrow money and really get the economy fired up. But the Fed, they are hitting the brakes hard. They're hinting at just maybe one single rate cut way out in 2026. I mean, these two are on completely different planets right now. It is a massive disagreement.
And you have to remember, this whole fight is blowing up during a really tense time for the markets. See this number? $1 trillion. That's how much money has just vanished, poof, from the crypto market in just the last few months. An entire year's worth of gains completely wiped out. That kind of instability, it makes everyone with money on the line very nervous.
And when the financial system gets nervous, this is what you see. This right here shows that things are getting tight in the short-term lending markets. I'm talking about the plumbing of the whole financial system, where banks lend money to each other just to get through the day, and it's under pressure. And guess whose job it is to keep that system stable? The Fed. So yeah, the stakes here are about as high as they can get.
Okay, part 2, a spat over a building. And yeah, this is the public reason for the president's anger. So remember I said part of this was about a building? Well, here it is. The official reason we're hearing for this lawsuit threat is a massive, and I mean massive, renovation project at the Federal Reserve's headquarters.
And what's the price tag? $2.5 billion. And that's not even the whole story. The big allegation is that this thing is already hundreds of millions of dollars over budget. Just wow.
So the allegations against Chairman Powell are pretty serious. The president's team is saying he misled Congress about how big this project was going to be, that he didn't disclose all these luxury upgrades. We're talking rooftop gardens, marble finishes, the whole 9 yards. They're saying he didn't follow the rules of planning commissions. The Office of Management and Budget is flat out accusing him of gross mismanagement. And that, they say, is the cause they need to get him out.
Which brings us to the biggest question in all of this. Can Trump fire the chairman? This is where we get into the constitutional battle over the Fed's independence.
Okay, so let's talk about this term, central bank independence. For decades, this has been a bedrock idea in our economy. The best way to think about it is like a referee in the Super Bowl, right? You don't want the ref playing for one team or the other. You want them to be neutral, making calls that are good for the game itself, not just to help one side score a political touchdown. That's what the Fed is supposed to be. But the big question is that idea written in stone, or can it be broken? So, who is in control of the economy? This is really a clash of two giant ideas. In one corner, you have the argument for presidential control. The Constitution gives the executive power to the president. He's the one we elect, so he should be able to control the people who work for him, right? But in the other corner, you have the argument for Fed independence, that the Fed needs to be shielded from politics, so it can make tough, unpopular decisions that keep our economy stable in the long run. It's a real showdown.
And this is the legal battlefield. I mean, it gets messy. The law says a Fed governor can be removed for cause, okay? But what in the world does cause actually mean?
That's the multi-billion-dollar question, isn't it? Is it gross mismanagement of a building project, or does it have to be something like a serious crime? Some legal experts say, hey, look at Article 2 of the Constitution. The president can fire him for any reason at all. But others are screaming, no way. They say doing that would destroy the Fed's power to fight inflation. And to top it all off, recent Supreme Court cases, like SELA law, have actually sided more with the president on firing heads of other agencies. So this is a live-fire legal battle.
So, the Fed's future in question. And this is the part about why this political drama really matters to you. So, let's just ask it. Is the independence of the US central bank officially over? I mean, that's the question hanging over everything, because even if President Trump doesn't succeed, even if he doesn't fire Powell, just the threat itself changes the game. It injects a massive dose of uncertainty into the markets for investors, for businesses, not just here, but all over the world.
So let's break down what this means for your wallet. Why should you care about this Washington drama? Well, because the Fed's choices, they directly hit your bank account. They influence the interest rates on your mortgage, your car loan, your credit cards. If the Fed starts making decisions based on politics instead of economics, you could see way more volatility. We're not just talking about a shaky stock market, we're talking about the stability of the US dollar itself. This is about redefining the entire balance of power between the White House and our most important financial institutions. It is a really, really big deal.
All right, so as we start to wrap this up, let's hit the key takeaways one more time. 1. President Trump is threatening to sue and maybe even fire the Fed chair. 2. This whole thing is being fueled by a fight over interest rates and these big allegations of mismanagement. 3. This has kicked off a huge constitutional debate over who really has power over the economy. And 4. The outcome, whatever it is, could fundamentally change how the US economy is managed for years, maybe even generations to come.
And that leaves us with one final massive question for the future of our country. Who should have the final say on our economy? Should it be independent experts, the so-called referees who are supposed to be protected from politics? Or should it be the president, the person who is directly elected by the people? Think about it.
Thanks so much for watching this deep dive. This story is obviously still developing, so to stay updated on this and all the other major stories shaping our country, make sure you subscribe to America Current Affairs. We'll catch you on the next one.